Kaboom! Kaboom!
It is Methro here. What is going on today? I'm doing some TF2, but not exactly like a commentary kind of thing. What I'm going to be doing is just showing you guys my personal loadouts, because everyone seems to be doing this now. I don't know why, but I'm going to be showing you personal loadouts that I personally, of course, choose. Because of course, you know, I've got a lot of items in TF2. Most of them, you know, I've crafted into something else, such as hats or, you know, just all of that. But today I'm just going to go through all the classes, my offensive / defensive / man versus machine kind of loadout. So let's get started with the scout. So for the scout on my offensive, I've got kind of just like the stock kind of scout. I've got a spectacular lethal scatter gun. I've really gotten into using that. A pistol, which I guess I kind of use sometimes, but not a lot. And a ham, because basically when you're offensive, none of these really do. Like, there's the candy cane, but I'm often find myself going against soldiers, so it's usually just with the ham. On my defense, it's kind of this. You may notice I've got a different hat, but it's a scattergun again, but the Sandman, and I don't know why that's there. The Sandman and the guillotine combo is the best for me. You just hit them. Like, there's no reason to actually have the guillotine, it's just there. It's a really fun gimmick, something I've really gotten into, so I do that as well. MBM, I am my shortstop. It's basically just the shortstop circuit, yes, shortstop circuit with the fan of war. Now, I really aren't gonna get air blasted with this, because, you know, in MBM, pirates are just running at you like WM1, and I've got the Mad Milk so I can get additional health when running around, add that with the money bonus you get, and the fan of war for the giants, just smack them, and you just crit everywhere. Then you go on to the soldier. Soldier's my offensive kind of loadout. I'm all like sort of just up in there with a shotgun, the black box, which, you know, I've actually, the black box is kind of like a new addition to me. It's probably one of my newest weapons actually. I only bought it like I don't know, a few days ago. But you know, I walked around with people seeing it, and there's an Australian version, so I was thinking, wow, this must be really good. So I tried it, and yeah, it is actually pretty fun. I sometimes deviate between this and my decorated aquamarine one, which also has a strange stat module attached. I used to have a bot killer one, but I sold that to make way for the black box, because I've already got 2 rocket launchers. Defense is the same really, except I have an equalizer. That way, if I can ever get in a fight, like on a control point or whatever, completely just whip out the equalizer and start like hacking shots out of him like an absolute just maniac. Loadout D, my MBM, buff banner, the escape plan, of course. Every soldier must take a buff banner. I don't really have that much of a rocket launcher really. Sometimes I take along the cow mangler, sometimes I don't. Like, if you watch my worst loadout video for soldier, I really just don't. And of course I have my Operation Oil Spill badge, which for some reason I don't think I actually have any more of on any other of the characters, to be honest. Like, I rarely ever use the cow mangler on online games, so I usually just use this, of course. Pyro on my offense loadout. I've got my bot killer one. You know, this is basically a more customized loadout than my defense. I've got a bot killer, like a ghost spotted. I've actually got quite a few kills, almost 400. And I've killed 60 spies with this. Backwards boomstick, which is another strange one. 32 kills. I used to have more than that, but I listed on the market, and now it just always resets. I did like an extra kill streak part. You know, it's a good weapon. It's a strange one, and everyone knows that how good the shotgun is. The power jack, I don't kill people with the power jack, to be honest. I don't do that usually. I just usually use it as like a sort of like an escape plan, or the running gloves, or the disciplinary action. Basically just as like a boost to get us to the front lines. Any kills I make along the way is a bonus. Loadout B, of course, I just go for a more stock kind of thing. Like, usually instead of that I just have a normal shotgun. It's basically just all the default stuff, only in a strange quality. There's nothing like kill streak added to it. I do enjoy this loadout, though I have gotten into using the fire axe, just upgraded it to unremarkable. Sometimes I deviate between this and the back scratcher as well. Usually in medieval mode I usually put on the back scratcher, but I don't play a lot of that either. Oh yeah, and Neon Annihilator for 2 fort. Now I think this contends itself to be like one of the worst weapons in the game. but I still think it is pretty fun to just smack people in the gob with it whenever you fancy. So yeah, that's the Neon Annihilator. And D, of course, which MVM loadout wouldn't be complete without the Phlogistinator, and of course just a flare gun to just crit the giants, and normal robots for that, and of course the back scratcher is pretty much self-explanatory. I think you can guess where those all come in. And then with this, I move on to my Delmon. Now, as an offensive kind of deal, I don't play Delmon a lot. Like, I've got a lot of cool cosmetics that I've used. That I actually got 2 of them in my, crafting video, and everyone knows that I really enjoyed using these 2 seeing double glasses. I still haven't got rid of those. But I have a tie turner and a ham shank, of course, because all these other swords, I really don't find use of them. I suppose I could take along the bottle, but a ham is of course the Stranger reskin, and everyone loves the Stranger reskins, even if the sound you equip it with is a bit weird. But anyway, tie turner, I don't really find the use for sticky bombs that much, so I just take along a normal grenade launcher. Strange, as of always, any weapon I can kill well with, I just upgrade it to the Strange quality. This one is exactly the same, actually. To be honest, I don't really find anything different between these 2. This one does have a tartan shade cosmetic wise, but that's really the difference, because I suppose this is both both offensive and defensive really. I used to use the lock and load, no one uses that now. I suppose I could use the loose cannon, but I kind of lost interest in that. Yeah, but I actually have a third loadout for Delmon, which is actually my Demo Knight one. It's actually got the wee booties, the tie turner, and the half side to each, because I just love all that control you get. Just 25% where is it, full turning control, and adding another 10% faster movement speed. That's the best part really, and you get all that kill when you die, so you just throw yourself in and no one looks twice at you before they lose their head. Sorry. MVM, this is the only time I actually take along a Scottish Resistance. Like, if anyone's foolish enough to suggest me playing Delmon in MVM, this is what they're gonna get. A Scottish Resistance and a Scotsman Skull Cutter, just for, slamming it into people. Of course, I just take along the grenade launcher, because who doesn't need that grenade launcher? Because, the look and all is just crap as now. So, yeah, we're taking along the stock grenade launcher, and that's that. I did actually not forget to show you guys my taunts. I do have taunts, I just, choose not to use them. I didn't have any, character unique taunts up till now, so I'll quickly go through them fast. I've got my Director's Vision, which is basically, just get by getting that achievement. Rock, paper, scissors. See, the Delmon's already raring to go. And I have my Spent Will Spirits, which is, a character unique one. To go buy and box in this crate, so that is nice, I guess. So he just blows that there. There's actually like a little nuclear explosion shows up usually, but all the same. We're going to the heavy. Now the heavy, I wanted to have kind of like a warm feel to him, like the scarf and the hat. This was actually the last hat I've crafted, and yeah, this is sad. A silver bot killer thing I've had for ages, but I've only got 2 kills with. Really, that's just depressing to say the least. Got a shotgun and a warrior spirit, which usually goes well. Like, if someone just thinks it and just run towards you, usually a scout, I just smack them straight in the kiss with this, and I just tear the faces off. So don't be deceived by the Uncle Heavy. He looks kind of nice and cuddly. He isn't. Then defense is pretty much the same, only of course I actually use the steak sandwich this time, so I'm basically just one hit most classes, and a Tommy Slav. Now this one's got kill streaks. I usually prefer the Tommy Slav to the stock minigun, and I usually just use this anywhere whether I'm doing offense or defense. So you may think, well, doesn't that kind of delay the point really? Well, no, it doesn't, because I sometimes use my offensive, sometimes I don't. But anyway, MVM, I got Natasha to slow him down, nothing strange or different quality, just all unique. A sandwich and a gloves of running urgency to get into the bomb hole if people start getting irritated. And I usually upgrade the maximum damage on Natasha to get rid of the downside. And where can you go wrong with a sandwich, honestly? Then we've got an engineer. Offensive, of course. What offensive engineer will be complete without the gunslinger to just, piss everyone the hell off? A pistol and a backwards boomstick. No Wrangler. I don't use the Wrangler. No one needs this piece of crap. What is this? What do you think this is? No, we don't need the Wrangler. No one ever really needs the Wrangler. I just take along my pistol, because I'm good. Don't have any different construction PDAs or anything, you know. And this is like another character I have sort of like a warm kind of feel to, even in the middle of a desert heat, so that's nice. Stuck and stuff for a nice little Arctic researcher. I think the helmet actually looks kind of Arctic as well. Defense, I take along the same thing, only this time I have a Bocular Rust item. Of course, this is the same shotgun I showed you with the Pyro and the Soldier. So it's got the kill streaks. Add the kill streaks on my construction wrench. You're gonna get like some huge announcements getting up there. Like I think once I got like a 20 kill streak or something. I was like godlike. That was, you know, that was some good times. MVM. Rescue Ranger. This is the only use of the Rescue Ranger I approve of. The Short Circuit, which is usually just awful, and I barely even use it even in MVM. This thing, I think this thing really needs to get buffed, like changed or something. Like they really need to like extend the range on this thing. And the Jag, which is the most useful one, because you know, A, you can upgrade stuff real fast, and B, you know, it just really gets you going. Like I suppose you can get like the build and upgrade canteen, but this does help a lot. Finally, with the support classes, we move on to the Medic, which is an unusual loadout. This is like kind of like a combat kind of thing. I'm a Blutsauger, which is, in my opinion, the greatest medic weapon ever. Really don't like the overdose. The Blutsauger is brilliant. You know, I think that's a really cool, intense, viable option. It's one of the most it gives you an extra survivability. The Crits Craig, you know, just blast that on a control point. Give the heavies their what for. And a Bone Saw, which is actually like a really nice option. I've only got 2 kills since I got the Strange version. I usually use the stock one, but you know, since I've got Strange, might as well get it now. Defense is practically the same, only this time I have an Uber Saw, so I can build that Uber charge extra quickly. You know, it kind of like pays off. It like rewards you for getting the hits on the enemy. You know, you're just like, you went there and risked your neck. Well done, you're good. So yeah, it gives you that extra Uber charge. I suppose the Chris Creek is kind of situational, like you can't exactly just run after the pig when they're escaping, unlike you would with sort of like the stock medigun. But all the same, I still think this is a good option. D, of course, I use the stock medi one for this one. I suppose you could use the Crits Creek, but this is, I usually go for the normal one. You can get the Uber charge canteen, so combine both of them. Again, this is the only use of the overdose I approve of. It feels like MVM just deliberately did it, so I admit to at least one use of the overdose. But all the same. And the Vitasaur, which saves 20% of my Uber charge on death. I was kind of split between this and the Ubersaw, because usually I choose the Ubersaw, but this one does have a more, you know, it does help you get that extra boost real quick. So I suppose, you know, it's kind of dandy. My Sniper. I don't like Sniper as a rule. If I do ever actually take on Sniper, I usually have like a Huntsman, an SMG, and a Hamshank. Don't give us reasons, I just have. It's just, I just feel like usually when I ever actually get scoped and get a headshot, I instantly get killed. So just kind of take these along just so I can actually just, you know, just enjoy myself. Just fire random shots and be absolutely just bloody amazed if they actually hit. Defense, I have a Sydney Sleeper, an SMG, and a Hamshank. But sometimes, you know, if I'm feeling extra trolley, I take along a Girardi and also a Bushwhacker. So I don't know why those two are there, but yeah, I just kind of like get that combo in really quick. Just splash them with the Girardi, hit them with Bushwhacker, and get back to the Sydney Sleeper. It's kind of like the 3-hit kind of rule, like with the Pyro. MVM. It's the same again, only with a cleaner's carbine. I can like pop those crits for like an escape, or maybe if I just feel like being the useless sniper, which you know everyone will probably kick us off the team for. I do just enjoy that anyway. This time I do have a hat, who cares? I really just want to get sniped out the way as fast as possible, because I really don't have much to say about them. It's just sort of a stand-in for if no one else is really a sniper. And finally the Spy, the Master of Disguise. Now, I don't really have any certain feelings on the Spy. I sometimes enjoy him, I sometimes don't. But anyway, I've got an Enforcer for me offensive, so if the unlucky but most likely event that I'm spotted, I can quickly whip that out and like 2-shot him up close. a knife, which I've kind of gotten used to again. I don't like the afterburn, which the bicycle used to prevent me, and a cloak and dagger. B, same, when I've got a red tape recorder this time round. I highly doubt offensive engineers, unless like sitting next to spawn like noobs, are really going to be able to get their sentries upgraded very far before you like push on to the next objective. So I usually that just to like deconstruct it down a level. It works faster, you know, it catches them unawares. A kunai, so I can, you know, if I backstab into like a sentry nest, I can quickly escape because I've got all that extra health. And yeah, helmet. And of course MVM, I have this sort of like the diamond back and the dead ringer, so if I like backstab someone I can quickly get away. That new speed boost it gave it meant it's now a bit more viable in MVM than the Invisi Watch, so I guess, you know, it really is just wanting us to make different choices. Of course the normal knife, if there is pyros I will switch between the bicycle, but there isn't usually. So yeah guys, those are my loadouts. Share your loadouts in the comment below, I'm sure I'd like to know. I appreciate this wasn't a very interesting episode, it was just me telling you random shit that you probably already knew, but I just wanted to tell you guys anyway. I figured personally it was pretty exciting for me, because you know I'd finally get that out there and I don't have to make a really lengthy talk, because to be honest I don't think I've ever actually talked this long an entire commentary. My vocal cords are quite a bit sore, but all the same, hope you guys enjoyed that.
You are dead! Not a big surprise.